Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. I want to work on a little bit of a community project today, something fairly small. I want to make essentially like a community concrete converter. So people will come in, they'll put down their concrete powder, and they'll be able to convert it into regular concrete. And it'll all be nice and relatively automated and all that kind of stuff. And I think I kind of want to just put it near the skeleton farm, because the skeleton farm, I have a feeling a lot of people, I mean, with the futuristic district and the modern district and stuff, there's going to be a lot of white concrete that gets used over the course of this season anyway. And I imagine there's going to be some people who come to the skeleton farm to get bone meal and then get the and then convert it right away into white concrete. We're also pretty close to the ocean, and it's already kind of on this main pathway, so this just kind of seems like a pretty good place for it. So I've got, I think, pretty much all the materials that I'm going to need. Maybe I'd be missing a couple things, but that's okay. So let's start with a couple of shulker boxes. We have our building materials and our redstone-y technical stuff, if that makes sense. Also, I'm gonna put a crafting bench right there and an ender chest on top. Okay, we'll throw that in there too. So first thing we need to do is start by making a few hoppers. Let's just make like 12. That should be enough to start with. I have the materials to make more if I need to. And what we want to do is essentially make our little area. How much? Yeah, this should be fine. We might actually want to scoot this forward just a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm thinking like right here. That's going to be our first hopper. And then we'll put another one on top of it. And I'll put probably don't want to use any stone brick right here. Let me go with like spruce. We'll make a spruce trapdoor. I'm going to put a spruce log right there with a spruce pressure plate on top of it. I called it a trapdoor. I meant a pressure plate, although you could use a trapdoor as well. The big thing is you just need something that doesn't take up most of the block and that is capable of blocking water. That's all we really care about. So we get something going like that. And then back here, we need to put a wooden block and another wooden block like this and like so. And then we want this hopper to go into this one like that. And we'll go wood. Just like this. So what's going to happen is we're going to put a water stream up here, and I should have a water bucket. And if we put a water stream right up here, it will flow down and convert any concrete powder that's placed against this plank right here into concrete. And then you break it, obviously, with a pick. It goes into the hopper, and it will ultimately get fed into some sort of like a dispenser or something that's going to spit it out into a chest over here. But that's the big thing. And then we also put a hopper down here, just in case any concrete breaks and goes this way, it'll still end up going into the hopper chain, essentially. So that's kind of the basic idea. But then what we want to do, we want this to be like a proper automated system, right? Because this, you can pretty much do this wherever you want. I could go over into this water pool over here and plop down concrete and break it. And in fact, technically that's almost as fast. Like you'd break the concrete as quickly. The problem is when you just put it down in water like this, it kind of breaks and goes all over the place. You might lose some, and you also have to take time to manually switch a new stack of concrete powder into your offhand when you're done converting one stack. And what we want to do here is set one up where it will automatically refill in your offhand, and it will automatically collect all of the concrete and send it to a single chest to make it easy to pick it up. That's kind of the ultimate goal. And we did something pretty similar to this last season, and I used it and loved it. I was so glad that I had it whenever I was working with concrete last season. I figure I'll make another one, and this time, instead of putting it in my base, I'll just open it up for anyone to make use of it. So this is pretty straightforward. You're going to stand right here. So we want a dropper that you'll basically stand on top of, if that makes sense. Let me also make just a couple of these guys, and we'll put one of those up here, okay? So now we got to wire up. Ooh, tell me I have a bed. Okay, good. Let's throw that down over here as well. Can't sleep quite yet, but let's see. This is the hopper chain that will take the converted concrete and send it into a chest over here. So we're gonna have to set up a water stream. Can I sleep yet? I see stars in the sky. There we go. Looks like Iskall was having a little guardian problems or something. I don't know what's going on there. There we go. So now, let's clear out a bit more space over here. In fact, let's just clear all of this out to about there, I think. That should be good enough for now. And then what we need to do is we got to figure out, all right, where do we want our chest? And I think I want my chest right here. This is where the stuff will ultimately go to. So then we want a hopper that goes into this chest like so. And we're going to use just a real simple little water, a little very small sort of dispenser water elevator type thing to make this happen. So I'm going to put a dispenser right here. That is the dispenser, right? Yes. There we go. I'm actually going to move this hopper and face it into the dispenser like so. And then we'll just take some more planks, put that up here. These will be stairs on top of this like so. And we'll just do that as well. I don't think it's ultimately going to be spruce, but I want to kind of get the stuff in place first, and then we'll worry about the rest of it, if that makes any sense. I just want to get the blocks down, and we can swap out the blocks later to make it look better. But for now, we'll do something like that. Okay, so then we'll have our water stream going up right here. Man. Rip again. He's having some problems, apparently. That's fine. So we'll put a soul sand there. And then we'll build this up like so. Okay, so now what we need to do is wire up the redstone to this thing so that it will actually fire this dispenser or whatever when there are items in it. So let's grab you. Oh, actually, I should probably also grab the redstone, the repeaters, and the comparators. There we go. So we put a block next to the dispenser. Out of that block, we have a comparator, which goes into 2 blocks like that, with a piece of redstone dust here, a repeater there, and there we go. That should now power this guy whenever... Yeah, and it's spitting everything into the water stream. Okay, that seems to be working. And there should be a bunch of grass and hoppers and stuff like that up here. Awesome. Now we'll have to put a lid on this whole thing so that when stuff flies up this water elevator, I mean, check it out right now. Throw that in and it goes launching way up into the air. But I think Iskall just rage quit. I don't blame him. I probably would have before as well. Oh, poor guy. Anyway. So we'll have to put a roof on this of some sort of like upper level block so that stuff flies up the water elevator and hits the ceiling and then goes into this hopper. But that part is done. This is taken care of. So the next thing we need to wire up is the hopper line that feeds into this dispenser. Don't blame him. We need to feed the hopper line that goes into this dispenser. And this will be where you put concrete powder if you need it. So we'll do something like that. And we'll put a chest right here. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it might be better to do this. Yeah, I think it would actually be better to put trapped chests up here. And that way, when you put stuff into this chest, it won't automatically start going into the feeder instantly. There'll be a little bit of a delay. But we're also going to give this thing an off switch eventually as well. So we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, so we have this hopper line that takes any items from here and puts them into this dispenser. So then we want to wire up another one of this same circuit so that anything that goes into this dispenser gets shot up into your inventory. So, again, block touching the dispenser, comparator, and then where are my stone bricks? Block, redstone dust, repeater, block. Just like that. And that should work. That should be like completely functional. And I don't need this water anymore, I don't think. I can get rid of that. I'm a little worried about having that water right next to my redstone. But this should now be basically functional. So let's test it out. If I put, say, 16 grass blocks in, they should feed... Oh, wait a minute. That needs to be... Yeah. There we go. There we go. So now it will spit all of them into here, and it should be good. And it should spit out at the same speed that you have when you mine stuff, when you have an efficiency 5 pick. We'll test everything in a little bit. So I think that's all of the actual, technical parts of it done. Now what we need to do is actually make this thing look at least somewhat permissible from, a design perspective. So let's go ahead and do some andesite pillars. And then we'll do some right here as well. And then let's maybe go... Let me grab a little bit of dark oak. Actually, let's put all the redstone stuff away. I don't need that anymore. Let's just make a few dark oak stairs. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, because this redstone is right here at this level, we're going to have to put carpet on top of it. And that's fine. That's no big deal. And then we'll go here maybe. I do want to have an off switch. And I probably want this room to be 5 wide. So it'll be what is this, 5 by 7? Yeah, I think we want a 5 by 7 room here. Just make a few more of these guys. There we go. And then these stairs are going to go where all my stuff is right now. But something like that. We can put this here, because it doesn't matter. And then we just need some carpet. And let's just make a bit of this. And I'm just going to put down white carpet everywhere, because it's all I have at the moment. I'd like to come back at some point in the future and do a color other than white. What am I doing? Self. There we go. Let's make a few more of those. And then I do want 1 red carpet, which will signify that's where you stand, right? So we'll put that right here, because you want to be standing on top of the dropper when this thing is working. Okay, so that's good. Now, let me do some more work on this to kind of make this thing look a bit better. It's going to take, I don't want to say it's going to take a little bit of doing, but it's going to take a little bit of work to kind of get to where I want it to be as far as how it looks and all that kind of stuff. So let me get some work done here, guys. I will be back with you in just a minute. All right, guys, I am back. I've been working on this for a while, trying to come up with an exterior design that I like, and probably going to have to do something with the interior as well. But basically what I'm doing, I started out with kind of the very, like, super Welsknight roof that I always tend to fall into doing. And I didn't really like the way that it looked, so I decided to change it up a little bit. And what I'm going to do instead is actually bring it out an extra block. Let's see. So let me stair there. And then over on this side, we'll need a stair right here. And then I need dark oak. I should have enough dark oak stairs. Okay. So what I'm doing here is, like, this is where the normal roof would go that I always tend to make. And right now, as I said, I'm just bringing the whole thing out like an extra block. Let's just make a couple more of these. There we go. So I'm going to extend the roof over. Also, it looks like Cub and Scar have joined in the Guardian Mayhem. I have no idea what's going on. But I've just seen nothing but death messages in chat for like the last half an hour. It's been a little ridiculous. But anyway, so we'll kind of extend that out just a little bit. And I'm thinking something like this. And the problem that I was running into, it was just like way too much stone brick. It just looked way too plain. And I think what I want to do, I don't have any oak. Just out of curiosity, how would wool look up here? I don't really want to use the wool, but yeah, I think I want to go a different route. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Maybe what we could do, I wish I had a little bit of birch on me. I've got spruce, I've got oak, I don't have any oak either. I got spruce and dark oak, and that's it. But what I'm thinking is I want to fill this section here with like a lighter color. And I think birch, the stripped birch, would be the way to go. So I'm going to run back to the base, and I'm going to play around with this a little bit more and see what I can come up with, and I'll be back with you in just a bit. All right, guys, I am back, and I think it's done. I have to admit, I'm not like super happy with the outside of it. I kind of wish I had come up with the design for the outside before I made the whole thing, but I kind of ended up I kind of ended up like creating the outside of the farm based on the way the redstone needed to be. And one thing that I forgot to mention was that I wanted to have an off switch so that if it needs maintenance or whatever, you don't, oh man, there we go. You don't have to, like, panic while stuff is being spit out of this dispenser and, but like, I want to have an off switch. So basically right now it's on, which means if I put a couple of spruce logs in here, after they cycle through the hopper system, they'll end up right here where they belong, in my inventory. However, didn't I put 4? I don't know. Whatever. However, if you turn this off, it will power this redstone line back here, which basically is a redstone dust, which unpowers this torch. And then this line runs into this block. This block is directly next to the hopper that pulls stuff out of the chest. Right? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's under, it goes into this block, and then the block is has a redstone torch on it. This block is directly next to the hopper that pulls into the chest. So basically it locks the hopper that pulls everything out. And that was kind of what I wanted to do there. So there is a working functional off switch. It also means I need to extend it, and the whole build end up having some like really strange dimensions to work with. But I managed to kind of come up with something that I think looks at least like moderately okay. It's certainly not the best thing I've ever built. I'm not super happy with the way it looks, but it is functional, and I don't think it looks bad. I think it could be worse. It fits within the medieval theme, and it'll do. So I have signs up here that'll tell everyone how to use it. Welsknight's Community Concrete Converter. And then here there's instructions. So put 1 stack of concrete powder into your offhand. Put the rest of your concrete powder into the chest on the left. That's one over here. I should probably label these as well. Let's say concrete powder and converted concrete. There we go. So concrete powder goes here, converted concrete goes here into this chest. But anyway, put the blah, blah, stand on the red carpet and aim at the stripped log right there to place powder, and then collect your converted concrete from the right chest, which is the one over here. And finally, if anything breaks or you have trouble, tell me. And then here's the switch to turn everything on and off. Lighting is done by torches underneath the wool here, and these guys are still going at it. It's absurdity. I don't know what's happening. I want no part of it. I died enough times during the Ender Dragon. That was more than enough for me. But I suppose before we call it an episode, we should probably actually test this thing and make sure it actually works. Yeah, I don't know about this building. It's good enough, I think, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, let's throw... Oh, actually, you gotta put concrete in your offhand in order for this to work. And then we'll say throw that in here, and if we go like this... Ooh, server lag is... I mean, it's working. It is working. The server... sometimes the server TPS is not great, especially when we have so many people online. We have just, like, half the servers online right now. But it does still seem to be mostly keeping up. I think. And we did, I think, either a full stack or half a stack. We lost a lot of concrete. Where did that go? Oh no, I'm breaking things. Okay, hold on. That needs to go here. Yeah, this is a problem. We should have a full stack of white concrete in here after I dump the rest. Oh, stuff is glitching through over here. What? There's a full block on top. And it looks like we lost 1 concrete. How in the world are we losing stuff up here? Let's just see. Where's our actual water stream come out? Right here. Okay. So this is where it comes out. Oh. I just picked up 9 concrete. So for some reason, we're losing... I guess it's getting launched through. That's really weird. It shouldn't be. Because there's solid blocks up there. Like, I don't know why in the world that would... Well, tell you what. Here's what we'll do. And now do I have the full stack? Yeah, so that was all of them. So it basically looks like we're just getting some of them that are running into stuff up here. For, like, no apparent reason. Where's that water stream? Right here? So if we go like this... Can we... Oh, we're stuck. 1 second. There we go. So what if I just grab, like, some dirt blocks? Because this is our water stream there. If we fill that in, will that fix our issue, I hope? We'll fill in a little bit more, actually. Let's go... Boop. Boop, boop. Like that. And just see, maybe that'll do it. Maybe that'll be enough. If not, then I've got a little bit of an issue. Let's go 16 and toss 16 into here. And now it seems to be working faster. And you'll still get a couple that'll fly back into your inventory, but that's fine. Okay. And we still lost one. Man, that's infuriating because they are full blocks. There is no way that stuff should be flying through full blocks when it has a different place to go. I mean, it still works. It still works pretty well. But you lose one block. You lose a couple of blocks every time. And like that completely defeats the purpose. Why would you do this if you're going to lose blocks every time, you know? And I don't know where the concrete itself is ending up. Is it floating over here? No? Maybe, I don't know if it's a weird server thing. I mean, it worked fine in a testing world when I built this. But everyone knows that sometimes stuff works fine in a testing world and then it all breaks and falls apart in a real world for no apparent reason. Yeah, that concrete just straight up disappeared. I don't know. Well, I guess I'm going to call this one here, guys. And if you have an idea of how to fix this, I suppose the other thing I could probably do to maybe help a little bit would be to get some more dark oak slabs. Let's just make a few more of those. And then make sure that this is all filled in, like all the way, right? So we'd put like a spruce block here, and then make sure that these become full blocks. I suppose that might help a little bit. But we have a little bit of a mystery as to why this is not working the way that I expect it to be working. Either way, though, guys, I am out of time for this episode. I mean, this thing should be fine. It should work. I mean, I've got the water stream all covered, like everything should be good, but just in case, I think we're going to leave it here. And if you have suggestions or know what's happening, you know, let me know. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.